A rare event in downtown Milwaukee as U.S. lawmakers gathered here to discuss one of the hottest topics of the election, the border crisis.
The congressman here to ask questions about its impact on Wisconsin. 12 News' Syria Sandlin is at the federal courthouse.
The committee will come to order.
At the federal courthouse in Milwaukee Thursday, U.S. Senator Ron Johnson testified before congressional Republicans.
This is a huge problem. The open border, it is facilitating a multi-billion-dollar business model of some of the most evil people on the planet. Let's face it, the human trafficking, the sex trafficking, the drug trafficking.
What is happening in Whitewater, Wisconsin?
About 1,000 migrants all of a sudden showed up, and law enforcement is being overwhelmed by it. Their schools are being overwhelmed by it.
Dodge County Sheriff Dale Schmidt also testified.
If you would have asked me 10 years ago when I became sheriff, if I'd be sitting here in front of you talking about a border crisis, I would have said no way.
He warned about the future.
We will have more cartel members coming into the state of Wisconsin.
Rick Rockwell of Pewaukee blames his son's death on the illegal drugs he says are coming into this country.
He took what he thought was a 30-milligram oxycodone, but tragically, it was a counterfeit pill containing a lethal dose of fentanyl.
This hearing included strong criticism of the Biden-Harris administration. Not a single Democrat from the local, state, or federal level attended.
The hearing in the key swing state likely intentional just before the election in a push to win over key independent voters.
If Trump is elected, day one, what do you envision happening to the people who are in these Wisconsin communities illegally? Do you envision immediate deportations?
We have to deport almost all these people, because if we don't, we send the message to other people, as long as you come here and keep your nose clean, you can skip ahead in the line. That's an insult to the people who are doing it legally.
In Milwaukee, Syria Sandlin, WISN 12 News.
The Kamala Harris campaign responded to the event, writing in part, Donald Trump and his extreme MAGA Republican lackeys would rather run on a problem than fix it. They proved it when they killed the strongest bipartisan deal to secure the border in decades just because they thought it would help Trump politically.